Hi, this is Julie at Love's Beginning with a message called Just for a Moment, Forget. Ego can for a limited time blot out your sense that you feel lost. Ego can give you a temporary sense of satisfaction from identifying as something specific, but that's going to necessarily mean that you are going to identify perceived others as the opposite. After the temporary satisfaction from a particular identification has worn off, you're also going to identify as an opposite to the desired identification. In other words, you can't push all of the water to only one side of a container, the side you label as desirable. After you see the opposite of your desired identification in others, you're eventually going to experience it in yourself. If this is a game of opposites in which everyone loses, then it only makes sense to retire from it. Retirement is always an option available to you. You retire by not engaging with the opposites, by learning to remain still and to take your direction from spirit. The way to see everyone around you not engaging with opposites is to do it yourself. If you want to see someone in the mirror waving, then you wave. Everyone, quote, else is the mirror image. When you identify as something specific, you file requests for the experience of the opposite role being enacted by those you call others. When you file these requests for how you want the, quote, other to appear, you also block the memory of making these requests from your awareness. In this way, you are able to believe that you are victim to another, and to the world, or to a set of concepts called my own deficiencies. This is how you always do everything to yourself. You make the requests, but you forget that you made them. We give to you the idea of a practice. Let's say that a certain practice lights up for you, and you enjoy doing it. If you look at one you see as other and think they need this practice, you have just condemned yourself. How could your mirror image be different from you? This is why you are here now, to be able to look at those you call other and to see no difference, nothing you would change, no fault. When you are able to look at them and see no fault, no flaw, and no imperfection, then you are able to see yourself in this way. The surface you seem to see is only a meaningless, chaotic play of opposites. The reality of all is the light behind the game of opposites. We simply teach you to focus upon this light and to know its reality. Now imagine yourself on top of a large play structure on a playground. Someone asks you to jump from one tall structure to another tall structure, but you feel a lot of fear. It doesn't seem possible to jump without getting hurt. It seems it would take a lot of body training to complete this jump safely. You close your eyes, going in to look for guidance. When you open your eyes, you are on top of the other play structure. Someone asks you how you did it, and you say, just for a moment, I forgot the idea that the body had to do anything. We want to give you the same invitation. Just for a moment, forget. Forget that the body has to do anything. See what comes into that space. When you forget that the body has to do anything, you can also let go of the need for a particular and separate identification. What if you didn't need to identify as kind, as neat, as quirky, as strong, as talented? Can you just be held in love instead and see all others as similarly held, needing no specific labels? Here is how the idea of identification can be used to serve you and all. If you are going to identify as anything, then choose a label that always applies to all beings across time and space. You are blessed. You are fortunate. You are loved. You are loving. You are free. You are perfect. The only reason you can be blessed, fortunate, loved, loving, free, and perfect is because everyone else has always been this and will always be this. Do not look to time and space for evidence of someone, somebody, being loving. Simply know that this is the true nature of all. That is enough. There is no need to analyze any of the bodies or their behavior. That does not keep you safe. Your safety is a pre-existing condition. Think about a judgment ego offers you and an opinion that you have. Maybe you think there is a right way to raise children. If you're right, somebody else is so screwed. This is where you put in your order for others enacting roles. Then you see those others at the store or on TV or in your family. If you need to be the one raising children in a kind way, you have filed a request for actors raising children in a way ego has labeled unkind to enter stage left. Those others come to prove you right because of that help wanted ad you posted. Clearly, this is a useless game. It is equally clear that there is no need to play it. In a game, you insist that, quote, others show up as condemned, as deeply flawed. You only insist upon this because you are hiding from your belief that your separate self, which you believe to be real, is deeply flawed. Something that does not exist cannot be deeply flawed. Your only real existence is as perfection itself. So the same must be true for all you call other, no matter what form they take in accordance with your request. You are not wrong when you request characters to show up as the opposite of your preferred identification. You are only in the habit of playing with illusion. You can stop requesting. You can look at what is real prior to all requests, and then you can rest in peace without need for identification beyond what is shared. We rest in life, in our shared identity with you, and we give ceaseless thanks that you have always been what we are. Thanks for listening.